Rome kept meticulous records of its legions, where they camped, who commanded them when they died, which is why one entry is so disturbing. The Ninth Legion, 5,000 of the best soldiers on Earth, simply stops existing. No battle is recorded. No grave have been found. No Roman historian even admits anything happened. An entire legion walked off the edge of history, and Rome never said a word. Legio IX Hispana was not some green garrison unit. It had earned its name, the Spanish, in the brutal wars of Augustus, and its eagle standard had crossed Europe with Julius Caesar. In the year 43, it splashed ashore in the Roman invasion of Britain, one of 4 legions sent to conquer the island at the end of the world. For the next 60 years, Britain would be the 9th story, and very nearly its grave twice. The first near-death came in the year 60, when Queen Boudica rose in revolt and burned 3 Roman cities to ash. The 9th marched to stop her straight into an ambush. Its infantry was annihilated. The commander escaped with only his cavalry. Rome rebuilt the legion with fresh recruits because that is what Rome did. The 9th had died once already and come back. The second time would be different. By the year 71, the rebuilt 9th was spearheading the push north, and it built the great fortress of Eboracum, the city we now call York. We can still touch its presence. Thousands of roof tiles stamped Leg IX Hisp, the legion signing its own work. For decades, it was the northernmost legion of the entire empire, holding the wild frontier where Roman roads faded into moor and mist. Then Rome pushed into Caledonia, modern Scotland, and the land pushed back. During Agricola's campaigns, the Caledonians chose one target for their great night attack, the camp of the 9th. They stormed the sleeping legion in the dark, and it was saved only when Agricola's cavalry arrived at dawn. The pattern was set. Whenever the north exploded, somehow, it was always the 9th standing in the worst of it. And then silence. The last certain trace of the 9th Legion in Britain is a single stone inscription from York, recording the legion rebuilding a gateway. It is dated to the year 108. After that, the record simply ends. No transfer order, no triumphal monument, no war memorial. Around the year 120, a different legion, the 6th, arrives to take over York, moving into a fortress that apparently no longer had an owner. The traditional story wrote itself. The 9th marched north to punish the tribes, vanished in the highland mists, and was slaughtered to the last man, a disaster so complete, so humiliating that Rome erased it. Some even link it to the Emperor Hadrian's decision in 122 to seal the frontier with his Great Wall. A corroded bronze eagle dug up at Silchester became the seed of a beloved novel, The Lost Eagle of the Lost Legion, waiting somewhere beyond the wall. But the evidence has a twist. Tile stamps of the 9th have turned up at Nijmegen, in the Netherlands, possibly dating after the York inscription. And several of the Legion's senior officers went on to have thriving careers into the 120s, which is hard to square with a Legion massacred years earlier. So a rival theory emerged. The 9th left Britain alive and died somewhere else, in the ferocious Jewish revolt of Bar Kokhba, perhaps, or on the Parthian frontier in Armenia. What we know for certain is this. When Rome carved its official list of all serving legions onto stone columns around the year 165, the 9th Hispana was not on it. Somewhere in that half-century gap, 5,000 men, their eagle, and their entire history ceased to exist, and no surviving Roman source spares them a single sentence. For an empire that celebrated every victory in marble, the silence itself is the loudest evidence. Whatever happened, Rome did not want it remembered. So the 9th Legion now marches only through the question mark, cut down in the Scottish mists, or bled out in a desert revolt 3,000 miles away. Somewhere, under a Yorkshire field, a Dutch riverbank, or a Judean hillside, an eagle of imperial gold may still be lying in the dark. Rome lost many battles and admitted them. This is the one loss it refused to write down. Subscribe, the vault keeps the stories history tried to delete.